So the topic is triggering methods of thyristor. Thyristor is nothing but main component is SCR. What is the alternative name for the triggering methods? Firing of an SCR. So once if you are turning on the SCR, that we have to trigger. The alternative name for the triggering is firing. Firing means don't think that it is a shooting. It's a firing means just you are turning on the device, that triggering the device. Firing of SCR, triggering of SCR, both will give the same name, meaning. But here what is the important thing is, whenever you want to watch my continuous classes, first you subscribe the video, subscribe our channel. Regularly you are getting, every day you are getting update on the power electronics, circuit theory, so many subjects you are getting. Unless of course you know very well. So first you subscribe and watch this class, and further notifications you will get automatically. And coming 2 or 3 days, I will conduct a live test also. After the completion of SCR complete topic, I will take a live class for you. I will give some 25 to 30 questions. I will ask the question in live. What is the answer you are giving? Based on that, I will explain where you did a mistake, what is the correct answer. All these things will be available. And topper will get some incentive also. You will get some benefit. Topper out of participant candidates who got the top marks, he will get some gift. Anyhow, I will have one first question for you. So this is an SCR. For example, this is an SCR. Already we discussed in the previous classes in the SCR. This is P1, N1, P2, N2. This terminal is called anode. This terminal is called cathode. This terminal is called gate. So once if you give anode to cathode a forward voltage like this, one gate is triggered with some signal like this. Once if the SCR is in on state. The SCR is in on state. It is an on state. This junction is called J1, this junction is J2, this junction is J3. During this on state, what happened to this junction? As following like this. Option A, J1 and J3 are forward biased and J2 is reverse biased. Option B, J1 and J3 are reverse biased and J2 is forward biased, as like this. Just it is reversed. And option C, all the junctions are reverse biased. Option D, all the junctions are forward biased. All the junctions are forward biased. These are the options given for you. Choose the right answer for this one. Can you choose the right answer for this one? So J1, J3 are forward biased, J2 is reverse biased. J1, J3 are reverse biased, J2 is forward biased. All junctions are reverse biased, J1, J2, J3, all junctions are forward biased. What is the correct answer? Can you tell what is the answer for this? I think your mind has told already answer for this. Most of the students, they will answer option A. Option A, which is absolutely wrong answer. The correct answer for this one is all are is in forward biased. Keep it in mind. My question is the device is in on state. The device is in on state. Once if you give a voltage here, this becomes plus. Already in the first class, in the SCR class, I told you working operation. If you have not watched that video, try to go to that video in our Sai Mega channel. So SCR working operation, static characteristics of SCR is there. You can watch that class, how the forward and reverse bias and all these things I explained for you. Now, this is plus, upper layer is plus here, this is minus, this is plus, this is minus like this. Because already this is the positive, based on that, this is negative, 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 negative. So P is connected to positive, N is connected to negative, it is forward biased. P is connected to positive, N is connected to negative, it is forward biased. But this is reverse biased. N is connected to positive. But it is not in on state. You make the forward bias, but it is not in on state. That difference you have to identify. Once if anode is positive, cathode is negative, how the junctions initially means? Initially J1 and J3 are forward biased, J2 is reverse biased. But the transistor is SCR is not coming to the on state. Once if it is comes to on state, automatically J2 is also going to conduct. It may take reverse breakdown, but it will comes to conduction state. That is the reason all the junctions should be forward biased during the on state. It is the question already given in your competitive examination. Such a logic, when if you study, go through the standard textbook, you read very carefully, these points are available. Don't roughly, study. And you need an expert teacher, you have to discuss on all these things. Now, this is the most important objective question, what we have, especially for the turn on the SCR, where the student will do mistake, try to avoid such a silly mistakes. Now, you see here, the gate positive triggering is applied here. What are the various methods of the turning on the SCR? Number one, forward voltage triggering. Forward voltage triggering. Number two, gate triggering. What is that? Gate triggering. Number three, dV by dt triggering. Number four, temperature triggering. The last one is the, what is that? Light triggering. These are the various methods of triggerings. Are you got it? What is that? Forward voltage triggering, gate triggering, dV by dt triggering, and temperature triggering and light triggering. These are the various methods of triggerings. But the most important, the popular triggering which we are used for the plenty of applications is gate triggering is the most popular. And light triggering is a special application especially for electrical application point of view. This is more popularly used in a HVDC transmission system. In HVDC transmission system, light triggering is isolated triggering. Light means you don't want to connect any physical connection. Just light can be impinged on that one. High voltage operation, that's why we prefer light triggering. So what are these various methods? I will give the brief explanation about this one. Forward voltage triggering, gate triggering, and dV by dt triggering, temperature triggering, and light triggering. What is this forward voltage triggering? What is this? The forward voltage triggering means you are not applying any gate pulse to this one. You are not applying any gate pulse to this one. Whatever the voltage VAK is available here, the VAK is available. Once this is forward biased and this is reverse biased. This is also forward biased. This is reverse biased. Once it is reverse biased, it acts like a open circuit. I think you know already. I told you in the normal working operation, PN junction diode reverse characteristics may appear like this. But if this voltage increasing more and more, at some point of voltage it will take breakdown and it break down. Once it is break down, the conduction will take place and current will be flowing like this. But we have to reach the applied voltage must be greater than or equal to the forward breakover voltage. What is that? Forward breakover voltage. If you see the characteristics of an SCR, I think you know very well. Are you able to see this one? You can see here, this is the voltage VAK versus anode current IA. Once if you are increasing this voltage, no current, at some point of thing, your voltage will reach us to the forward breakover voltage. That is what it is, the voltage triggering. Our device will immediately goes into the turn on state. Once if the device is coming to here, if it is turning on, what I told you, J1, J2, J3 all are forward biased, and the voltage drop across this one is very small, maybe few few ohms, 1 ohm, 2 ohms, 3 ohms, like that only. Like that only. So this is what your applied voltage is equal to the breakover voltage, then the device will goes into the on state. But it is not a advisable triggering. Why? Because there is a chance of getting damage. If you are going for the voltage much higher, so there is a chance of damage. We are trying to avoid this type of triggering. But this is one possible method of triggering. This is what we have. One possible method of triggering. See, I told you now, the most popular method of gate triggering. What is that? Gate triggering. The gate we have to apply here. I will use some other color like this. This is the forward pulse, short pulse you are giving. The pulse must consisting of a larger amplitude with a narrow bandwidth also be required. You cannot go for this type of gate triggering, something like this. Gate pulse you should not, continuous gate pulse you cannot give it, because unnecessary losses will take place. In future classes also we will discuss why continuous gate triggering is not, why pulse triggering is used. For example, if you take BJT, if you take Vector, no other solution. We have to use the continuous base current or gate current we have to use. But in the case of SCR, it is a pulse triggered. We can apply the larger amplitude and the narrow bandwidth. But we have to maintain this bandwidth until we have to reach the latching current. Until we have to reach the latching current. Somewhere we may have latching current is here. This is the latching current IL. Why? Because as already we know that SCR is in continuously conduction state. Even if the gate pulse is removed after reaching the latching current only. That is the reason SCR can be called as a latching device. SCR can called as a latching device. That is the reason it has to, the pulse width must be maintained to reach our anode current up to the latching current. Thereafter, if you remove this gate pulse, nothing will happen because of regenerative action of the transistor T1 and T2. The collector current of the transistor T2 will act like a base current to the T1. That cumulative action will take place, regenerative action will take place. I already told you two transistor model of the transistor. Their feedback effect has taken. Transistor T2 collector is connected to the T1 base and T1 collector is connected to the T2 base. That cumulative action will take place. Even if you remove the gate pulse, the SCR is a continuously conduction state only. So how this happens? For example, if you are given a positive supply here, in this case, a avalanche breakdown will take place. Avalanche breakdown will take place. What happens when you give the positive voltage here? There is a accumulation of the more volts here that creates as a highly doped junction of this J2. Automatically, breakdown will take place faster. Breakdown will take place faster. That is the reason. Once if you apply the gate pulse, even for yes, you cannot go for the forward breakover voltage up to this voltage. You can give the IZ1 is here, gate pulse IZ1, the device will goes into the on state. This is the voltage we have to give up to forward breakover voltage. That is in the first case. But here you need not go up to that point because your gate will provide anode current will increase rapidly. Your alpha 1 and alpha 2 increases. And your gate current will increases, accumulated, and a breakdown will take place faster, the device will conduct more faster. This is the most popular method of triggering. Most popular method of triggering. So coming to the dV by dt triggering, what is this, sir? If you increase the anode voltage rapidly, the conduction will goes into faster. How, sir? How? Actually, it is a reverse biased PN junction, this region. The reverse biased PN junction acts like a capacitor. You may be studied in your LLR electronics wire diode, transition capacitance. The similar concept, the capacitive current IC at this junction, you can call as IA now. is equal to C into dV by dt. It's a fundamental equation. If your anode voltage rapid increases with respect to time, automatically this anode current will drastically increases and our device will goes into turning on the state. Device will goes into on state. Of course, this is one type of drawback. If you are giving higher, faster rate of change of anode voltage, sometimes that may provide the false triggering of an SCR. False triggering of an SCR. That is the voltage capacitance built in the SCR. That we will discuss to avoid the dV by dt ratings. To reduce that effect, we have to go for snapper circuit. That I will discuss in the coming classes. What are the protections required for SCR? What is the protection required for dV by dt? What is the protection required for di by dt? What is the use of fuses? How to protect lower voltage? How to protect the gate? All these things we will discuss. That is come under the protection. But this is one method by providing the rate of change of anode voltage drastically with respect to time, it will increase. Sir, what happened temperature, sir? Temperature is also one type of energy. Once if the temperature increases, what happened? The minority carriers will increase. The minority carrier current will increases by 7% per degree centigrade, or it doubles for every 10 degree centigrade in rise. So that here the minority carriers are there, that minority carriers rate is increases, automatically breakdown will come faster. That we can achieve by using a temperature triggering. But unnecessarily we don't go for the increasing of temperature near to the device. There is a chance of damage or something like that. It is also not advisable triggering. But the last triggering, which is light triggering, a light is impinging on at this junction. Light is a one type of photon. Energy. What that energy will provide? That generates electron hole pairs. Once electron hole pairs are generated, the conduction becomes increasing, and triggering, it's like a method of triggering it acts like, because you are given gate here to induce more charge carriers. You are giving light here to induce more charge carriers like electron holes. Automatically, the conduction will become faster. This is the popular method of biasing, triggering or firing method which is used in the HVDC. This is the important objective question in examination. Which of the following triggering is used in HVDC for thyristors or SCR? And among all these things, which of the following method is the most popular method of triggering? What is that? Gate triggering is most popular method. When I started this class, what is the objective question? We are going to get it. Don't forget to subscribe. Now try to subscribe to watch further entire classes. You can see nearly 100 videos regarding this our power electronics subject. Not one video, two video like that. Already number of videos are available with basics of your SCR, two transistor model, switching devices, introduction to power electronics. In further we go for converters, inverters, choppers, everything. What not you require, whatever you require for your examination, for all examinations, not only for gates, not only for engineering services, not only for your state electricity board exams. You take Rajasthan State Electricity Board, or Andhra Pradesh State Electricity Board, or UP Electricity Board, or Kolkata West Bengal Electricity Board, whatever the computer examination is coming, this is helpful for you. Okay? Thank you. Have a nice day.